Good evening and welcome to the Saturday edition of the Minions of the Zoo podcast show experience, whatever. I'm your host and keeper of the Harry channel. I could probably do this differently every single day. Do you think, I don't think I've done it twice the same way ever doing the intro, but enough about me. With me tonight are Minions 4, Serenity Star 13.
Hello.
DrFunctional.
Hi.
SkepTok.
Hi, everybody.
And Sora Luna.
Hello.
It's been a week. It's been a very, very long week. So let's start with Sora. Do you have any updates?
I am road legal again. I have my car back as of today. Yeah. So that wasn't a very exciting day today.
Well, you were a licensed driver, though.
Oh, yes.
So you just couldn't lie on the street.
Yeah, no, it's just the car was boo-booed, but now everything is perfect. So hopefully, fingers crossed, no more stalling in the middle of taking a left turn and go from there.
Oh, yeah.
It's fixed.
Sometimes you just know you're in for, it's going to be an interesting day. I remember driving my sister, this was in high school days, to a friend's house, only to see her friend, my sister's younger than me, laying on top of a speed bump, behaving strangely. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, somebody's gotten into the parents' liquor supply. Let's just get Laura off the street. Let's just get her off the street and maybe not sunning herself on a speed bump.
Sunning herself.
Jesus.
She was trying to do insurance fraud, obviously.
I don't know what she was trying to do, but whatever she was doing it wrong. Just, that's not good. Do you have anything else, Sora?
I don't know if you can hear that.
No.
I don't know if you can hear funny. Okay, because Mickey's beside me throwing a tantrum. So
Well, you're doing it wrong. So,
excuse me,
well,
dog.
Some dogs have a real sense of right and wrong. Like they think there's a way things are supposed to be done.
Well, yes.
Yeah, and not all dogs are like that, but some of them are really enforcers.
They're 100% like that.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, yeah.
they're 100% are like that. Well, I think terriers in general have high opinion of themselves and their intelligence versus your intelligence, you know?
Mm-hmm. So I would assume from the pictures I've seen of your dogs that they give you side eye sometimes.
Sometimes, every day, every minute of the day. Minnie, that's her pastime.
Do you get the snort? Like, I'm just so fed up with you, I'm just going to snort. Okay.
He just did it.
That's outstanding. I love that so much.
All the time. You can't win with these dogs.
No. Well, let's see. Hi, Serenity.
Hello.
Anything new and exciting? Did it stop raining?
We've been pretty chill without rain for the last couple of days. But the most exciting thing I've done is that because Sony has decided to announce that they're going to go discless for games, I went to the local game store and bought a bunch of, because I have a PS4 Pro, and that's about as high as Sony as I get, and I got a really good deal on it, which is the only reason why I have it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's thunder. Thanks for making me a liar, Mother Nature. Thank you. And I got the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition. They're all used games. I didn't buy new ones because I'm not fucking doing that.
No.
Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2, Final Fantasy 12, Zodiac Age, and then also Kingdom Hearts 3. And the really cool thing is that even though it was used, the Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt actually came with the soundtrack CD.
Mm-hmm.
Still in the disc. Still in the case with the rest of the discs. So I was like, score! So, it's a good day so far. And it came with a map, too. It's still a paper map, but it's a map.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. And it was a used one, which made it even better because I was like, I didn't think I'd get it with a used one. That's awesome.
Someone's really upset. I bet that feels like someone's childhood bedroom got cleared out against their knowledge, maybe?
Probably. Or it was just, they were Because that sounds like that was kept pretty well together, and most people don't do that. But I was just like, hey, I'll take your soundtrack. I'll do it.
So do you need an umbrella?
Not as of right now, but that was a lot of thunder that just went off that you all didn't hear.
Because I know how much you love/hate ridiculously expensive fancy things. So let me introduce.
It depends on the fancy thing.
Well, let me show you what's probably the world's best made umbrella. Okay. Yeah, this is a Francesco Maglia Storm umbrella. It runs about $360 for this thing, and it's designed to be fixable. It's pretty much designed to be an heirloom that you pass down to people. It's absolutely insane.
Okay.
Which that's the thing, like that kind of stuff. Like I don't mind expensive stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If it's fixable, if it's iconic in its own way, like those are iconic umbrella colors and all that kind of and all that kind of stuff. It's got wood handles, like that. I'm like, absolutely, you get what you pay for. And that's what yes. Yeah.
Well, okay. I suspect a lot of you, I mean, I doubt if anybody here hasn't met somebody who's ridiculously rich before, at least a few times in your life. And when you're dealing with somebody who's in the 100 million plus category, they wear a particular type of clothes, and it looks like athleisure wear, except that it's made by somebody you've never heard of.
Right.
It's
the label what?
Yeah, you think it's Polo by Ralph Lauren, but it's not. So it's like, hey, I'm cool. Hey, fellow kids, let's run a company. Ooh, fun. But then you realize that they're wearing something that you couldn't even buy from Neiman Marcus. It's some needlessly expensive boutique thing, so that they can send a signal to other rich people, like, hey, I know you see me over here wearing this. I'm not like those guys. Okay, I'm just here trying to pretend like I'm normal with the normal people. I'm really ridiculously rich, just like you. And it's code.
It's just code.
It's so hello, fellow kids. I mean, if you're paying even a little bit of attention, you can totally tell, who's the person that's worth way more than everybody else, like on the balance books. This isn't something that I would do on a daily basis, but it happened enough in my life that it's like one of those, a thing that we might talk about later, which is things that are true, even though I can't prove that they're true.
Right.
Yeah.
That's very Scott Adams thing to say.
Yeah. So anyway, I figured one of you, Serenity or Sora, would like one of these colored umbrellas with the weird patterns.
Well, they're very cool.
It would be easy enough to do an ombre type thing, but that's just lazy and silly. I think this is actually really sweet. If I had stupid money just laying around, I would absolutely buy one of these umbrellas, and I wouldn't even look back. I'd be, here's the umbrella that's going to last me the rest of my life. Done and done.
I will say I do appreciate that the tip is quite longer than on a regular umbrella, so it can double as a self-defense.
Yeah.
Weapon.
Stab somebody.
Yeah. You put the little frozen darts of blowfish poison there.
If you double click the ejector
button. Raising frog.
Yep. Or even better yet, it's an umbrella sword cane. So it does both. So you got the little sword in it too.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, calf leather, is it treated? I suppose if you're super. Well, I suppose, you can. To be fair, you can get spray for leather shoes. Water, so you can spray the handle.
Look at that black and gold one. That is that is pure class. I'm sorry, that's.
I want that.
That's pretty sweet
as wallpaper.
Yeah,
in like a dark corridor.
If you lived in Great Britain or Seattle, you would have to have that, or Belgium.
Yeah, it doesn't rain enough where I'm carrying an umbrella for it to be worth it for me. I need the Timex version of the umbrella, not the Rolex.
Right.
I think I still have the one that has the telescoping handle. No, it's from the Sharper Image, which is a thing that doesn't exist anymore, and it was the one that rolls up really small.
I've got that umbrella, Harry. I've got that umbrella.
And you press the little button. Umbrella. You press the little button, and then it expands out, and then it deploys automatically. Handle, One button.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. From a sharper image, it used to be a thing. It used to be my main squeeze.
The sharper image. I mean, Sky Mall was kind of lame. I thought sharper image was where it was at. And then later things merged into the J. Peterman thing where some dude would write copy about some random linen thing, and then people would go, oh yeah, I'll pay 8 times what this is worth because there's a little story that goes with it. And then they got that tie-in on Seinfeld. I'm sure that didn't hurt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see. What the hell are we doing? We were saying hi to people. So are we good for now, Serenity? Did you think? Okay. I showed you the umbrella. That's good. So let's do Skep and greet the chat and then go to DrFunctional. We'll do it in a little different order today.
Well, you caught me in just a little bit of an embarrassment here as I call up the watch page, and I haven't even looked at chat yet, but I see now that, let's see, Blake is here. Radscord is here. Tall Person is here. Got a good group. Jay Blizza, Silver Raven Wing. All right.
And 6.
Very nice. Hey, 6 is here. Hey, 6, how you doing, bud?
At least I assume that's 6. Because you know what YouTube's doing with the ridiculous long names for things. So, yeah. Okay. So, anything from you, Mr. Talk?
Not really too much. Just some major restructuring of my sound room and restacking of amplifiers and things like that. It's been kind of a heads down working on the sound space.
Are these musical amplifiers or performance amplifiers?
One's a Fender, one's a PV Studio Pro 112, and the other one is a Fender. It's think of it like if you know what a Fender twin reverb, this is like a Fender single reverb, but it has an effects deck on top.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds fancy.
It does sound. It sounds fancy and schmancy.
Amplifier.
Yeah. Oh, I have some really neat guitar stuff for you tonight, Scap.
Cool.
Yeah. I think I've got everybody taken care of. The only person who's getting shorted a little bit is Serenity, for which I apologize, but I can only work with what the universe provides me. Yeah, I know. Typical.
Yeah.
Typical.
God dang it, Harry. Jeez.
How's your week been, Harry? Nobody asked you.
Oh,
how's that?
I don't know, man.
Been?
It's been
how's work?
It's been interesting. Customer number 1 likes to use these virtual PCs that are cloud PCs. So the way they do it is all of your email and Teams and all that other crap lives in the cloud on this cloud PC. And it sounds kind of terrible. It was a little bit painful to get it working at first, but it turns out it's not the worst thing in the world. The Microsoft app on a Windows system, on a Mac, actually gives you a pretty good window into that thing, and it's pretty usable. I haven't tested the microphone feature on it yet, but it works well enough that I went to the park a couple times this week and just decided to work there, because working inside in California when it's absolutely gorgeous weather, because it's going to suck next week. It's going to be hot. But it was just way too perfect to be inside. So I just took my little 15-inch MacBook Air to the park with a little wireless 5G modem thing. And I worked quite happily for 3 hours in each stint in 2 different locations. And so technology has actually been working for the most part.
Yay.
I am a little pissed off at myself because that RAID array that I set up with the SAS drives, it turns out that that device that I used is losing support at the end of this version of Mac OS going. The kernel drivers are wrong, so I had to buy another slightly newer thing that does exactly the same thing just so that I still have access over the years. And it irritates me because I wasted a whole lot of really good money on something that I will not be able to use in a few months. So I'm kind of pissed at myself, but it's an understandable mistake. The devil is in the details, Skep.
Yeah, it's hard to know, who's going to cut support on what and when. It's hard to predict the future, Harry. Don't be too hard on yourself.
No, I mean, it's a completely understandable mistake. It's just I ended up lighting $900 on fire, and that hurts. That's a lot of money. That's like enough money that hurts. I don't think anybody here would not think that's a lot of money. And even if it's a business expense, I'm still kind of pissed off at myself. But it is what it is. I had some conversations IRL that were kind of weird about like the franchise tax board and a whole bunch of other stuff. I don't know. It's just like people seem very agitated about a lot of things. It's all of my IRL conversations have been really weird. Does the temperature in the room, the big room, feel about the same to you, or do you feel like there's something going on in the zeitgeist? And yes, I just unironically used the word zeitgeist.
I'm afraid there is. And I think what is going to happen is it's going to suck so bad. It's all about Iran.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen is Donald Trump is going to come very close to bombing the living shit out of them and really, taking them back to where a 1930s standard of living would look good, kind of a level of living in Iran. And he could do that if he goes after the dams and the bridges and so forth and the railroads. He can absolutely set them back so far. It would take generations, not decades, generations to rebuild that country, especially with the capital fix they'd be in and not having any possibility of having oil, because he'd take out Carg Island and all their oil terminals.
Yeah.
So that's, and here's what's going to happen. He's not going to do that. He's going to back off, and essentially Iran will have won a very close victory over us. And this will be almost a Vietnam type of defeat for him. It would be a disaster for Trump. It'll be a disaster for us. That's what I think is going to happen. I'm not sure you're right, but there's plenty of opportunity for disaster. But I'm not sure that's the thing that's got everybody worked up. I don't think most people are aware enough of that, even in their subconscious, that's the thing that's agitating people. So you're seeing something in individuals across everything that just something is.
Yeah, people just seem off, and maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just looking at the world a different way. I mean, I'm the intersection of all these observations. So maybe it's just me. But anyway, let's not dwell on it anymore, because you're a very
empathetic guy.
I'm unfortunately, yeah. I think we should focus on the fun things that we have, and there's definitely some people that are going to get mocked. There's going to be a lot of stuff. But before we do that, we have to go to DrFunctional, who actually, unlike most people on the planet, took a suggestion or a request and went out and did what I asked for. I am so pleased right now. You went out and took pictures of things in your neighborhood today.
You asked for this?
Yes.
This was just consequential.
Oh, I've asked for it a couple times. I've said it would be pretty much my dream for you guys to go out and take pictures of stuff and talk about the places you live in. Maybe you didn't get that memo.
With as much as I love photography and it has to be with a purpose. When I'm out in the world, I'm old school. I take pictures with my mind camera. It doesn't occur to me to whip out my phone. But today on the way to the gym, I realized, it's the car festival, street festival thing. So there were a whole bunch of old cars. This is a restored or a preserved fire engine from 1893. C.M. Elveridge in 1946 bought it from the city and preserved it, and they've been preserving it for the last 80 years, and it's on loan to the Historical Fire Society or whatever. There would be 9/11. This is a full kilometer of there's some stalls and everything, but there's just cars. So this is just a small sample of photos of just some of the cars that I saw that were just out of this world.
Cars are fun. I like
Look
cars.
at this one.
Yeah. I think they put a blower on that. That looks like a supercharger on top there. I'm not 100% convinced. But
I know nothing about cars. You know me. I know art, and a lot of these are just pure works of art.
Yeah.
And so on the way home from the gym, I took my time. Oh, and Harry, I stopped for a second. I went, I smell meat. And then the woman turns to me. She goes, yeah, good nose. And so I got elk, I got buffalo, and I got boar sausage.
Nice.
Yeah. So I got meat and cars. It was a good afternoon.
I've had some really good boar sausage. The one that really blew me away, which I did not think was going to be good, was boar, and it had a little bit of cranberry mixed in it. And that was surprisingly actually really good.
This is, I forget the name, but it's an Italian style sausage using boar. It's very herbaceous on the palate. So it's got just the right bit of zing to like burn the top of your mouth, but not like hurt you. And there's another
I could
three.
Guess probably. I could probably guess it, but I would mispronounce it, and then there's about a 2 out of 3 chance I'd be wrong, so I'm not going to. But I know from the flavor profile which thing you're talking about.
Cacciatore. They called it boar cacciatore.
Okay.
Which just kitchen boar.
Kitchen boar.
There's three.
That's me.
There's 3 more pictures.
That's me and you. We're the kitchen boars. I think I covered a couple of them. Maybe
there were two separate posts.
Oh, I thought they looked. Oh, sorry.
That's fine.
My bad.
It just Discord only lets you upload 9 or 10 at a time. Like, look at these.
I think you should make it lower.
That scares me, especially with the streets in Toronto. What they are like, I'm terrified to drive that anywhere.
That's a great color of blue, isn't it?
It just goes. That's not the downtown core. That's just the midtown core. That's my hood of Toronto is midtown.
Nice.
And that is just me turned around and then looking all the way down, and it just goes for a full kilometer, dude. Just cars and people and food and.
So I'm going to say something nice about your city, or at least this old part of it. It irritates me when I see a city and I think that could be anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking at this and it reminds me of a bunch of things, but it doesn't remind me exactly of a bunch of things. That street area actually has enough character to it that I can't just go, oh, that's Davis. Oh, that's Denver. That's no. That actually that looks like a nice little city to be in, or at least I like the flavor of that. I mean, it looks unique.
Political stuff aside, it is probably the greatest place I've ever been. I haven't lived in many places. I've only been basically in North America, but I mean, just you have little neighborhoods like this that are still in the heart of the city. There's greenery everywhere. And yeah, there's parts of the city that are just full on concrete jungle, and it's just it is a very shrunk down New York. A little bit more intimate, a little bit less sprawling jungle. It's got pockets. It's nice. I like it. It serves me well. If I'm going to get arrested for hate speech, I'd rather do it here than, the UK.
Totally understood. Well, let's
the jails are nicer in Canada, I hear.
Let's dive in. Do help me, panel, keep an eye on the chat.
Oh, Harry, were you talking about Chingy Alley?
About what?
Chingy Alley, the boar sausage.
No, the boar sausage I had was like from some small producer, and they didn't put in there. But there's also like an old school, like you go to an Italian deli, you can just buy it, pork sausage. And I'm trying to think which one it is, but I know there's one that's less hot and more herbaceous. It's got like not a sage hit, but there's a really heavy herb hit to it. I'm trying to remember which one it's called. But anyway, people don't need to listen to me try to tickle the member berries. Let's see. So I have a few follow-ups on various things. Let's see. Where should we follow up with first? Let's follow up first with Jimothy.
Yay!
Private video. Okay, well, let's not follow up with that one. Here's Jimothy as a baby.
I know. He's such a good mommy. Look at the baby. Look at him.
So he's just missing a tail?
He's and also has a very short spine. You can see his.
Oh yeah.
He's missing a bunch of stuff. Poor Jimothy.
I love him so much.
A lot of people do. The thing that I wasn't able to load was Jimothy the raccoon becomes international sensation. Oh well.
Roku City put him on there. Blizzard looks like they might be adding him to WoW. I think.
Yeah. He's
in D&D, like he has like a creature notification.
There's a bunch of t-shirts of him now on T-Turtle. It's
it's nice. Like, I know it's like a lot of people roll their eyes, but it's just something pure and happy for a little while.
Yeah.
It's your Otter 841.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So turns out some of the tests on Taylor Farms lettuce were false positives for cyclospora. They're still trying to figure out where the hell all this stuff came from.
Oh, God. It came from them.
Probably it came from the stuff that they get from their Mexican division.
Yep.
So I don't have to take personal responsibility for any of that. But
so it's your fault, Harry.
Yeah. It's fine. So this stuff didn't come from my county, at least. That's about all I can say. So that was a thing. We talked about the heat wave stuff. Here you go, Skep. Let's see, is it going to load?
This is the council flat in Paris, where a 68-year-old woman died in June.
She lived on the second floor, facing west.
Hayat Shaib is certain that the extreme heat inside led to her neighbour's death.
Her nurse, who would normally come by to take care of her, found her dead in the morning.
Yeah, this is terrible.
None of the council flats have any blinds. She lives 2 floors above and remembers the nights well.
Yeah, so 5,700 more deaths than usual during historic June heat wave. That doesn't mean that 5,700 people died from the heat. It just means you look at how many people typically would expire, and you look at how many people did expire during the heat, and you can draw your own conclusions from that. That's pretty terrible. So still feeling pretty good about being an ugly American and liking air conditioning. How many air conditioners do I own? That's a good question. I hadn't actually thought about it. Let's see, 2, 3, 4.
I feel bad for that poor dog that she owns.
Yeah. I think I own 4 portable air conditioners. Yeah, that dog was not looking at. It wasn't a good time to be a black dog in the heat.
Well, she at least looks like she has an AC unit, because that's what that is. That in the below her window is an AC unit that she hasn't fully taken out of the box, which is very, very dangerous.
Well, those windows are really hard to work with an AC.
I know.
Those are casement windows?
Yeah.
Okay. A casement window is very hard to hook up to a portable AC.
Well, I mean, it looks like what she basically did was open the windows, put the curtain in the window, and then stick the pipe out the window.
Yeah, and and
it's like, sweetheart, it's like, darling, you cannot do that.
Yeah,
that is you are not helping anything.
No.
What you have to do is you have to install a little tray for the thing to sit on the casement windows. I've done some of that.
Yeah.
But these are council fat. Who knows? Like,
yeah,
she's not going to have the extra money to help to pay for someone to install it or something. You don't know.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not blaming her. It's just like
anybody.
She's doing the best she has with what she has. It's just like. Europe frustrates me as a whole so many times, because it's like you make less money than America and Canada do, so you don't get to talk about that shit. Okay, you have air quotes benefits, but as someone who has family who lives in France, the benefits are not that good, and they're not worth for how much they get taxed. You're not doing anything against the people. Hi, Gio. You're not doing anything against the people who are coming into your country who are hurting people. You're not doing anything like that. You're doing the most performative bullshit that doesn't matter. Macron. That's not going to change anything. That's not going to fix anything. America is not perfect. Neither is Canada. And I'm not going to claim either country is perfect of anywhere. I am not a weeaboo. I don't think Japan's perfect, but everything considered, I like how America works and Canada works as well with our individual like provinces and stuff like that. So we can all kind of go, federal government, you can do what you want. My state says I can do this. Fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of human suffering. So even though those people are cheese-eating surrender monkeys, I still don't like seeing their old people die in the heat because they're too stupid to leave the nuclear power, to keep the nuclear power going and supply people with air conditioning. And they don't even have blinds. I mean, there's like simple window treatments that you can put on those windows. They're cost-effective. That could lower the temperature in there by 5 degrees Fahrenheit. No problem.
Dr. Darwin would say this is how it works.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even that. The casement windows are the easiest things to have blinds built into them, where you literally don't have to clean them, and you just like move a switch and they drop up and down, and they're in the window. They're in between the two panes of glass.
Yeah, we have those.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Those are the easiest. You don't have to worry about anybody getting tangled up in them. You don't have to worry about people hurting themselves. You don't have to worry about people ripping them down. Why were those not put in? Like,
it's bad when countries like China and stuff like that are showing footage of them using AC for their like livestock, and basically saying we've got it and you don't.
The thing is, and I know Geodes, it's fake too, but it's bullshit.
Yeah,
China's stuff. Like they literally
like countries like Georgia and stuff are doing the same thing too.
I know
you can see the AC there too.
Georgia's on payroll of China, but still, it's that thing of like that's performative bullshit. Because if you can go on the Weibo, which is the Chinese, not TikTok, Chinese Facebook. There's old people having to sit in basement grocery stores because that's the only place the AC works because they're on pension. It's just like once again, you can talk shit about my country all you want. We're doing better than you all are. Get fucked.
I give the United States a solid A-, honestly.
Yeah,
we're not perfect, but I'm not going to run around apologizing to other countries.
People are not dying.
Yeah. Same thing with Canada. Like Canada's got its own problems.
Yeah. Like
Canada's got its own problems.
Like
but
Sora's internet.
Well, that's another thing entirely, I think. But still, like Canada's got its own problems, but Canada also doesn't have that issue. Yeah. Like we're not. It's aggravating because it's like you all. Seriously, American expats live on the amount of money that the average person in Europe lives on, not American money. European money that is average for the city you want to live into, what you want to live, and see how well and far you could make it. The only reason why you all can act the way you do is because you make American money in a country that their mid-range income is almost half of what ours is. That's the only reason why you can do it.
Well, we're still in follow-up, so I have one more. This is for you, Skep. You with me? Where's Skep?
I am here.
Okay, so I told you about Kill Tony last week, and I gave you a brief description. Yes. I'm going to give you a sample. Now, it's usually not nearly this good. Okay, usually it's not good at all. But I'm going to give you a good sample, just to give you an idea of the level of edginess and stuff.
Tony, how many more retarded guys do you have back?
Anything can happen.
This crowd is hungry for more retarded guys. Frankly, I don't think we've seen enough retarded guys. How about a retarded racist? Would you like to see that?
This next person could be one. I pulled it out of the bucket. Jacob Barr, everybody. Jacob Barr. Oh, my God. Holy shit.
Thank you. You can see the minute Shane's like, I wonder what joke I can't do it. I can't.
Yeah,
I couldn't write this perfectly. I couldn't write this.
Well, because it's a random pull out of a bucket with a bunch of slips of paper with people's names in it. That's what it is. It's random. They don't even know who's going to come out most of the time. So, yeah. So that's Kill Tony for you.
Very fun.
Yeah. That was actually pretty good when they had Adam Ray come on as Biden and Shane Gillis as Trump. They brought them on both at the same time. That was a really good episode.
So this is what represents edgy humor these days.
Laughing at handicapped people. Yeah, that's pretty edgy.
You better watch that R word, Harry. You better watch that R word.
I stopped myself.
Barely. But yes, you did.
I did. Maybe if I would drink during the show, I could have an excuse. Yes. Okay. Moving on. Let's see. What do we want to? Okay. Why don't we just go straight into an "Am I the asshole?" Okay.
All right.
Yes.
So this isn't so much about the story. This is about, is Harry the asshole because of the thought that popped into his head? So I'm going to play a little of this, and I'm going to do a freeze frame, and then we're going to have a short conversation. Hudson.
Visitors tell me this is the kind of thing that good communities are built upon. Showing up when it
Not that
counts.
voice.
Hugs, tributes, and charity. It's the way the Hudson community tells me they care for their own.
It's not just about one or two people. It's about everybody.
It's about
coming
Asher.
together and, trying to make a difference.
Little kid
especially
hurt.
where they need it.
They're showing support for 10-year-old Asher Thompson, who's still fighting to breathe on his own, suffering life-threatening injuries after being hit by 2 cars.
Okay.
How?
Here's the point where Harry has to ask himself, am I the asshole? Because we all know what... I didn't laugh. I just kind of looked and go, I think I know what happened with Asher. Dude, Asher, what are you doing in the middle of the damn street? I mean, I don't want the kid to be injured and stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when I see that bike and that location, my brain goes into accident investigator mode and starts assigning blame to people. And I'm pretty sure Asher needs to watch where the hell he's going with his bike. Okay, I know I'm being the asshole here, but did anybody else have that same reaction?
Yeah, if that's his bike, 3-lane highway in one direction, so it's like 6 lanes with a turning lane. Yeah, I feel like this is a where's the parent situation a little bit.
Yeah, maybe the parents should teach him not to do shit like that.
Is probably higher up, like with lights for pedestrians. I don't know.
Yeah.
They have, well, he has a, no, wait, the thing is there is a bike lane, it looks like.
Yeah.
So we don't know. Was he in the bike lane and one of the cars decided to turn homicidal and charge at him?
I think what happened is he decided he was going to make a left turn and he decided to go, I turn now, and then went from the bike
Good
lane.
luck, everybody.
Yeah. Good luck, everybody.
He was trying to leave the Circle K gas station. And then he tried to cross the highway.
Cross at the lights, little dude. Cross at the lights.
I'm sorry, because he's 10 years old.
And I don't want him to be in the hospital, but I feel like there needs to be some accountability here.
It needs to be on the parents. That's
exactly. It needs to be on the parents.
This is the parents.
Is 10 not like I don't have any concept of this, but it feels like 10 is kind of young for him to be by himself.
Not when I was growing up.
Not me. That's old enough. That's fine.
Nowadays on the highway like that, I don't know.
Time for a kid to get out his own.
How old were you in 5th grade, Skep?
Let's see, in 5th grade. What was I? 8?
Yeah, I mean, when I was in 5th grade, I would ride my bicycle to other cities by myself.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but
I'm just saying
I grew up country as hell. The closest I had to someone like being a secondary brain where I was going was if I took my horse.
Okay.
So the horse is just like, I don't know, dude, you want to cross here? I'm fine with it. I don't fucking care.
Okay, well, I think the don't go on the road segue is pretty obvious here. Mexican man killed after ice encounter in Florida was on vacation, officials say.
Yeah.
A Mexican man who was struck and killed by a tractor trailer in Florida after running from federal immigration officials was vacationing in the United States and had a tourist visa, according to a Mexico official and a group assisting his wife. Juan Shemp Corioni Duran, 28, died July 14th after authorities said he darted across a busy road in St. Augustine into the path of a truck. If you are here legally and you have all your paperwork,
why are you running?
Had he overstayed his visa?
Don't know the details, but it seems people claiming that he was here legally and then trying to explain. It's like, I don't see why a person who's here legally, it's like, too much paperwork. I'm just going to run in front of a truck and Truck Coon's going to Isekai me. Geos knows what I'm talking about
too, but I don't hate it that much.
So is he an old country bumpkin now, or is he like a harem owner? Or?
He's gonna be.
He's a
No, he's
13-year-old girl.
He's gonna be the mob character in a reverse harem. That's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Oh
That
no!
one kid with the alien.
Again,
Yeah.
I don't want this guy to be dead, but don't
why?
Don't attack ICE with your cars. Don't do stupid shit. Don't run into traffic trying to get away from the police if you're here legally. And if you're not here legally, maybe you should self-deport. Just saying, a modest proposal.
You got to know when to fold them.
This is an entirely preventable death,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's no reason for this to be a thing. Anyway, sorry, dude, but don't run into traffic to get away from ICE if you're here legally.
Or ride your bike. Or just don't go into traffic at all, ever. Stop it. What's wrong with you people?
I see Dr. Darwin at work.
Well, here's a little bit more of the immigration stuff. For those who claim that they didn't let any criminals in during the Biden thing, was it Houston Police Department makes 5 arrests during home invasion linked to South American crime ring. Yeah, so these those fine people that were there at the beginning, I guess we don't get to see them anymore. Yeah, they just were doing home invasion robberies and finally got caught, and that's that. So you cannot say that there's no crime associated with this stuff. They did not send us their best and brightest when they opened up their jails in Venezuela.
Yeah.
No, exactly. They opened them for prison.
They were cleaning their gutters and like, oh, you take them.
Yeah. Houston police could not confirm if the men were linked to other crimes, but sources told ABC 13 they're all part of a Colombian crime ring. Yeah, that's what we need, is a lot of that.
And the U.S. is an all-you-can-steal buffet.
It is an all-you-can-steal buffet. And then there was this. Here, a woman detained by ICE at Denver Airport while departing for California.
Are fighting to free an East Bay woman who was arrested by ICE while boarding a flight back to the Bay Area. The woman, an immigrant from Ecuador who moved to the Bay Area to work as an au pair, was detained in a jetway at the Denver airport when a friend started recording.
We're going to close the door.
Hey!
And you're going to continue on.
No, I don't have to do that. Sean, stop. Where are you? Help! Help! Help us!
She's the best friend ever.
Come help us! ICE is here!
Hey, that's not going to help your friend, I don't think.
I got to tell you, the fatigue is real.
I mean, and that's the thing that people don't like, these people, because there are people who do mean well. Like, I'm not going to completely disparage all of them, but it's like, guys, like, you're making yourself the enemy, because the more this keeps happening, but people keep saying that it's not like this kind of stuff. Like, he didn't have a gun out. He's not trying to put a gun to anybody's head. He's not trying to shoot anybody. He's not trying to do anything. He's just like, hey, this is the paperwork. She's not supposed to be here. If you have a problem with it, go do something. And that's the thing. This video is not doing what she thinks it's doing. It's literally showing ICE is not trying to shoot people. ICE is just trying to do their job. And that's the thing. She thinks she's getting some dictator fascist taking somebody in and making them disappear, even though they're not disappearing. And what she's recording is, we're trying to do our job, bitch. Get out of our way.
Yeah, they have a terrible job that they have to do. Tens of, like over 10 million people were let in intentionally. Maybe I can't prove that it's intentional, but duck, okay? And I just, it's just a quacking duck. You know it's a duck. You know they let them in on purpose. And the ICE people are just trying to do the best they can in a difficult situation. And a lot of times these people who, especially the ones who try to be violent with the ICE guys and then end up getting unalived, that's on you guys. Don't do that. Don't do that.
We're losing a lot of quality engineers and doctors that way, though.
Yeah.
We have to kill them when they get violent.
Okay, well, let's hey Geodes, what do you think? I have a section here on robots. How about that new washing machine design that we talked about a couple weeks ago?
Yeah,
I think that'll cheer people up. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the new ultra high efficiency dishwasher we're developing. This includes several industry leading features, For example, pneumatic base agitation effectively eliminates rust stains, while the integrated power sprayer cuts cycle times by over 4,000%. Automatic door actuation promotes a sanitary, time-saving unloading sequence while reducing drying times through increased air circulation.
As great as that,
we're waiting for him to say.
So there's
the design is very human.
Okay, here's a follow-up, which is even better.
Here are a few new improvements to the ultra-high efficiency dishwasher. We've added a quick dry cycle setting. This prevents water from pooling on top of mugs, which is a major issue with industry standard dishwashers. In order to further reduce cycle times, we've added an auto unload feature. It has an effective range of about 8 meters on concrete floors. When paired with the integrated jump system, this clears most standard height countertops. Now, obviously, safety is a major concern here. That's why we designed a high-temp sanitized cycle, which ensures dishes are not only clean, but germ-free. This is very important for the restaurant industry, which makes up a significant segment of the dishwasher market.
Okay, this is extremely silly.
That is so much
Y'all
fun.
worry me.
That is so much fun.
This is a nice way to spend your time. Well done.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna hold off on the other robot. How about some fish? So here's the second coolest thing an orca did this week. It's an orca pulverizing a sunfish. I don't think Sora thinks this is good. It's just
massive dick.
It just disintegrates.
Just
it's chowder.
Okay, so you want to see the first?
I don't even think he was eating it. I think he just
No, they just did it to be a dick.
it.
They just did it to be a dick.
Fucking orca.
Okay, so how about the coolest thing that orcas did this week?
Okay.
Here it is.
They're hunting the dolphins.
Look at this now. A stunning sight in the Monterey Bay. A boat captain capturing killer whales leaping out of the water as they tailed a pod of dolphins over the past couple of days. This video comes from Sanctuary Cruises, which runs whale watch tours in the Monterey Bay. The owner tells us the boat captain witnessed the whales just leap out of the water between 10 and 15 times just yesterday alone.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty cool if you were on that cruise. The orcas are natural predators, and we're just feeding on the dolphins as they...
Can you imagine being on one of those boats and between you and the next tour boat, you've got orcas breaching the water?
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's Monterey.
That is Monterey. A couple check marks there. Look at, we're just so efficient. We're just blowing through this stuff.
Whales.
Sorry?
I just got used to seeing whales when I lived there.
Yeah. I can honestly tell you that I have lived in this area most of my life, and I've never seen a whale out on the bay. But I don't go out on the bay that much.
Well, I was going to say, yeah.
I've done some kayaking, but usually paying somebody to put me on a boat and just drive me around the bay is not, I don't know, that doesn't seem very fun. Kayaking is a lot of fun.
Very touristy thing. And I mean, if you live in the place, you're not about to do like tourist activity.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Let's see.
Amazing.
So I found this video which basically goes through a bunch of these laws. And again, I'm going to not be an actually guy and talk about how that these aren't really laws. But here's just a synopsis that this guy put
Parkinson's
together.
law. Work expands to fill the time you give it. Shrink the deadline, shrink the task.
I do that every time before the show. Because I found that when I started working on the spreadsheet at the beginning of the morning, I spent all day working on the spreadsheet. And it wasn't any better.
Expand to fill the time.
It wasn't any better.
Parkinson's
Hofstadter's law.
Sorry, Scap.
I've understood Parkinson's law literally for 60 years. It's immutable.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
Hofstadter's law. Everything takes longer than you expect, even when you account for Hofstadter's law.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back in my startup days, my business partner at the time, we realized that we all have what I dubbed the personal multiplier. So this is my corollary to Hofstadter's law, which is it's good to determine what your personal multiplier is. So for planning purposes, if you think that something's going to take X and you know historically you're off by a factor of 3, your personal multiplier then becomes 3. That doesn't mean that it's always going to work, but
it's a place to start.
Once you figure out how much to multiply by to undo all of that optimism.
Right. Exactly.
With the wind at my back and the song in my heart, I can probably code this in X amount of time. Okay, well, your personal multiplier means 3X, and that's what's going to go in the schedule.
I've heard stuff like this before.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Hanlon's razor. Never attribute to malice what is adequately explained by carelessness or stupidity.
I mean, unless you feel like being a dick.
Favorite one.
Yeah, that's a good
Favorite
one.
The Pareto principle, or 80-20. Roughly 80% of the results come from 20% of the effort.
The Pareto principle, the whole 80-20 thing, is weirdly ingrained in the fabric of reality. It's
I
not.
Absolutely agree.
We could spend 2 hours talking about why 80-20 is a thing.
We could trade stories.
Yeah.
Frosted, I swear to God.
What did Frosted do?
Parkinson's law is great if you want to shake things up a little.
Nice.
Thank you, Frosted. That's
okay,
beautiful.
10 points to Gryffindor. Good job, Frosted.
Yeah, well done.
The Peter principle. People get promoted until they reach a job they're bad at.
Yes.
And then stay
Okay,
there.
someone touched a Peter.
Hicks' law. More options means slower decisions. Cut the menu, decide faster.
Yes.
Well,
for some people.
Yeah, it depends on the person. A lot of these depends on the person.
Yeah.
It does depend on the person. You know why people who aren't as smart often are way more successful? It's because of this.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
Hey, dude, I have
Y'all
seen.
are dumb.
No. I'm saying I have seen
Witless
people.
simplification sometimes really works.
No, it's not witless. It's just that being decisive and not overanalyzing frequently results in a more aggressive decision making. And
not being smart enough to know you have other choices.
Aggressive decisions. Usually aggression is favored in a lot of business and games.
The bold.
Yeah, exactly.
Fortune favors the bold.
Or the stupid, apparently.
So if you're playing Texas Hold'em with somebody,
gonna make Harry kill me. I am.
Right, and they just constantly were really aggressive coming out of the gate, and you're just playing by all the rules. You know all the odds and all the statistics. It's really hard for a professional to know what to do with that person. And I've definitely seen people who make quick decisions in business, and they aren't necessarily the best decisions or well thought out, but they often produce the best results. So when I say this, I'm not trying to insult anybody. I'm just saying that being the smartest guy in the room, as in being the most clever person, doesn't always translate to being the most successful one. Not even close.
Goodhart's law.
Couldn't agree more.
When a measure becomes a target, it stops being a good measure.
God, yes. Yeah. This is basically standardized testing for U.S. school students.
The Dunning-Kruger effect. The less you know, the more you overestimate how much you know.
You know what I love about the Dunning-Kruger effect is whenever I hear it being mentioned, names of people pop into my head. I go, okay. I know who
you know in your personal life?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't say too much. But there is one person that anytime I go to like a professional thing, if I think they might be there, I keep an eye out for them because they do that time stopping vortex thing where they come up and start talking to you, and then you phase out for about 10 minutes, and then you realize you've been zoning out for 10 minutes and just self-defense.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Anyway, enough about me.
Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is usually the right one.
Yeah.
Chesterton's fence. Don't tear something down until you understand why it was built in the first place.
That's good advice.
Brooks's law. If you add more people to a project that's already late, it's going to be even more late.
Now that's a very Scott Adams take on things.
Yes.
So a friend of mine once said something, not nearly as highbrow as this thought. Basically said, that people who are picky eaters make bad lovers. Now, I can't make an argument for that, but it's ever since I heard that decades ago, it is stuck in my mind, and I just kind of look at people, and I knew sometimes you just know when you're at like one of those luncheon things with somebody's fiance, and you see them kind of picking at their food with their fork. You go, oh, this isn't going to end well.
Yeah. See the handwriting on the wall.
So do you guys have any examples that come to your mind of things like that that seem to be true, even though you can't sort of prove them?
Yes.
Okay.
Most BMW drivers are assholes.
Most.
Yes.
Most. So I went to the motorcycle store today to return something that I didn't need, and then buy 3 things that I did.
Right.
That's the way it works. Right.
That's how motorcycle ownership works, right?
Yeah. So, and I noticed that there's like dedicated motorcycle parking, and all of the guys who had like the Japanese bikes and the other bikes were there, except the Harley guys wouldn't park in the dedicated motorcycle parking with the scaled down side. No, they parked in the middle of regular car spots, of which there were not enough, and took up one whole spot per Harley.
Per hog.
Yeah. I gotta say, and it's not really all Harley drivers. It's not like the guys who just have them and drive them on the weekends to get coffee at Starbucks, but it's definitely the guys who look like they're in biker gangs, the easy rider, leather vest kind of guys. I have yet to meet one that isn't a tool to some degree. They're the guys that if they're lane splitting, they'll come up behind you, and if you're not moving over fast enough.
I have one.
They'll rev their engines as loudly and as obnoxiously as possible as a means to tell you to get the hell over, like they own the road, which they don't.
A little bit of road testosterone. Harley riders are going to do that. They ride Harleys for a reason, and some of that is always show. That's always true with Harley rider.
Let's just say they have they've got a real image problem that they need to work on. They really do. So what was yours? You said, was it Serenity?
The only ones who are really going to get this are going to be the other gamers.
That's okay.
But it's all Souls players think they're better at video games than what they are. Souls-like games. They all think they're better video game players than what they are. Every last one of them.
I will accept that as true.
That's right, you will.
But it's not a cozy game.
God, no.
It's the opposite of a cozy game.
Or they think wasting 8 hours on a single level is worth it.
Because they're a real gamer.
I'm a real gamer. Because I played the game. It's like, okay. Like, it's not a job, honey.
Hey, Geos, do you want this shirt?
I'm good. Thanks.
Oh, good.
Wearing this on a date tonight. Hope she likes it. No. Well, let's talk about some music stuff, shall we? I don't know. Steely Dan. We're all familiar with Steely Dan, right?
Oh yeah.
Now I remember as a kid thinking that I was kind of tired of it. Like enough Steely Dan. I've heard enough of it, and I really didn't appreciate it. And I kind of realized that I think Steely Dan is to my generation what the Beatles was to the generation before mine. You know, like you have like this embarrassment. You have this embarrassment of riches, and it's actually good, but you just hear so much of it, and you know you're young, and you just want to move on to the next thing. You just get completely overloaded, and you don't realize how good you've got it.
That's absolutely true, and that's so true with Steely Dan. You go back through their albums and play the individual songs. Just about every one is just a nugget of excellence. They're just beautifully put together pieces of music.
Yeah, they are. I mean, Donald Fagen's got kind of a weird voice, and that's coming from me. I actually kind of like some of Donald Fagen's solo stuff too. But
Harry, I think you think you sound more like Kermit than you do.
He looked for a vocalist for a couple of years. They hired a guy.
Yep.
And in fact, he sang that vocalist sang "Do It Again," and then they fired him. He was one of the first ones they fired. And a couple of years later, they got rid of Jeff Baxter and Denny Diaz, and decided to just have a revolving door of musicians and out.
Yeah,
just the top studio musicians literally on earth, literally the best ones in the business. That's who played on those albums.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I'm thinking of something that Stephen Fry said a long time ago, where he was saying that as he gets older, he doesn't just want to become somebody who hates things for the sake of hating them, and just become more and more hateful as time goes on. So I'm really trying hard not to hate stuff. And I've sort of thought about the Beatles. There's a lot of weird experimental stuff. Not every single thing hits the way it's supposed to. But you look at the amount of hard work that those guys did and the amount of pioneering stuff that they did. And just look at the sum total of what they accomplished. It's kind of hard to argue with that success.
A man's respect.
If somebody doesn't want to listen to it, fine. That's absolutely fine. I'm not saying everybody should go out and listen to the Beatles. But I think just running and going, I hate it. I hate it. Or like I used to say, I kind of hate Steely Dan because I was tired of it.
Right.
Similar.
Understand how amazing it is. Just appreciate it for that.
Yeah, absolutely. See, where did music go? So I realized that in a similar vein, I've been completely short selling Glenn Campbell. And I think a lot of people do that because, well, next to Roy Clark, who I think has more virtuosity in stringed instruments than Glenn Campbell did, I got really tired of the song Wichita Lineman.
Who has more virtuosity than Glenn Campbell?
Roy Clark.
That's one of the only people. That's one of the only people you can probably say that's true.
Yeah.
There's not many people. When you said exceeds Glenn Campbell in virtuosity, my Glenn Campbell alarm went off, and I said, "Who did you say?" Roy Clark. Yeah. Maybe.
Just barely.
Maybe.
You see them playing together and playing off each other, and you look at Glenn and you go, okay, you're one of the few people who's good enough to stand next to this guy and not look bad, but he's still just a little tiny bit better.
Yeah. Jerry Reed said that Roy Clark was simply the best of all time. That's Jerry Reed saying that.
Yeah, and it's easy
Jerry Reed probably was the best of all time.
Well, this is one of those embarrassment of riches things, right? You know, they used to have Austin City Limits. They'd have all these shows, even stupid Hee Haw. You know, we had all of this amazing stuff, but because it was country, or it was like, hick music or down market or whatever, a lot of people didn't take it seriously. They didn't think it was very good.
Right.
So here's a little sample of Glenn Campbell, just for people.
He devised a slick. 6'6", he stood on the ground. He weighed 245 pounds. I saw that giant of a man brought down to his knees by love. Well, he was the kind of man that would gamble on love. He'd look you in the eye, never back up. I saw him crying like a little whip pup because of love. Can't see it with your eyes, hold it in your hand. But like the wind, it covers our land, strong enough to rule the heart of any man, this thing called love. It can lift you up, it can let you down, take your world and turn it all around. Ever since time, ain't nothing been found that's stronger than love. He divided.
And there you go, Glenn Campbell, not playing Wichita Lineman.
It's hard to sneak a little tacit like that in the middle when you're strumming those partial chords like he was. That's a very difficult move. That's a really impressive move.
Yeah, like I said, I got so tired of that song Wichita Lineman. It was in the music book when you would do choral practice in elementary school, along with Up in the Air with My Beautiful Balloon and that early morning singing song thing. And there's nothing's going to make a kid hate that more than forcing me to sing it in elementary school.
Good morning, starshine.
You're so lucky you're not close enough for me to hit you. I still remember one of the lyrics from that song, which was a giddy glop gloopy nibby nobby noo nibby nobby nooby na 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 no. Yeah, fuck. It's worse than the Ewok song. It's really actually just terrible. Okay. Okay, Glenn Campbell. Let's see. Let's see. I have to give something for functional because I haven't given him anything that he's gonna like. Okay, here we go. Functional. Functional.
Yes.
Minions at the movies. That's what this is filed under. So Geode sent this to me. So no, this is actually good. We've been talking about the Odyssey and how they're not making correct movies and stuff. Here is the antidote for that. Here is the palate cleanser for that movie.
I managed to sit through it finally, and it just anyway.
Well, we've established that it sucks, and for a variety of reasons.
Yeah, but last I said, I couldn't make it past like half an hour in, and Croatian.
Okay, so this is a theater from the upcoming Croatian epic historical movie about the Roman Emperor Diocletian. The movie is in Latin. Okay, nice. They're actually trying to make a movie where it's like it looks right, it sounds right. Here's the whole deal. Sorry, it's a little small.
Che serfies?
Ti vi dico, il amaga e se aiuta. Sognare desne.
Gotta tell you guys, I'm all in.
It looks like it's AI.
I was just about to say, there's something off about it.
Yeah, there's something not right.
Oh, I'm sure that they're working with a smaller budget. But
no. I mean all of it, Harry. I mean
you think all of it?
Yeah, the people don't look right.
Oh, okay.
I have to agree.
Tirans, sons.
Something doesn't look
right. So you think this is all AI and there's no actors in it?
I mean, it could be. It's just it's something doesn't look right.
Well, what was that thing that Amanda Tapping?
Regular background.
That thing that Amanda Tapping was in, Sanctuary, I think, where the entire show was all green screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing annoyed the crap out of me. So I know what you're talking about. But if there's like real people doing real acting and they're not doing things to break the wall constantly, I can forgive a little bit of AI slop in the background.
I think what they're doing is similar to what happened in 300, because a good chunk of the background of 300 kind of also had a weird look to it. So
yeah. But I love the fact it's in Latin, and I love the fact that there's no like people of color in wheelchairs running around and all that sort of stuff. So I feel like this is a step in the right direction. And they're not basing the whole story on an interpretation by some feminist from 2017. Hopefully. I mean, I think it's going to look good, but maybe I'm just maybe I should hate more things. What do you think of this movie?
Fun and profitable.
Coyote versus Acme. You heard about this?
Yeah.
I love them so much.
So I believe the premise of this is that Coyote ends up suing the Acme Corporation for all the defective products that nearly kill it.
I'm on his side.
I just don't want us to get copy struck, but I think I actually want to go to a theater for this.
Because I've been talking about it for a while.
I'm such a sucker for this.
Something happened and they didn't release it. Like it was done and they decided to shelve it. I didn't expect it to actually be out.
I don't know about you guys, but I kind of want to see this.
I'm in. I got to see this.
Well, I'm 100% watching this. I love all the Looney Tune movies. I don't care how bad they are. I will watch it.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit was kind of a game changer for a lot of people. I think that's the first time I saw something like this where it worked.
Yep, I like Roger Rabbit.
Who was the actor who played the private detective in that?
Bob Hoskins.
God, he was good.
Yes, Bob.
Don't you know what happens when you laugh? Fucking love that movie. Oh my God.
That movie is so good. If this movie is 1/5 as good as that, it's going to be better than anything on right now. Yeah.
2 bits.
Yeah. Must not watch new Fortnite video. Okay. Sorry.
I need to rewatch Who Framed Roger Rabbit again. Oh,
that's a great movie.
It's been so long since I've seen it.
So I think we agree that both of these are better than the Odyssey.
Like, as long as Jonah Hill and John Cena aren't like main characters, I can handle it. They're okay being, you know, opposites or background characters or whatever. And it's around Odenkirk, right? No, that's not Odenkirk. Who's the guy playing the lawyer? Fuck, what's his name?
Bob Odenkirk, the guy in Better Call Saul.
No, it's not Bob Odenkirk. It's.
Don't know. Will
Not
Forte.
Bill Hader. Will Forte. Thank you. Yeah,
it's right here in the text. Lana Condor. Don't know who that is.
Bet you Lana Condor.
Am I right?
But yeah, Will Forte is like a good lead, and then you have Coyote, obviously. Who does it say who's voicing him? Does he have a voice?
I don't think he talks. I don't think so.
Because in the show, he always just held up signs. But no, there were times where he spoke, and he spoke like a refined gentleman.
So we have a couple AI things. I don't know if I really want to get into this because I want to show this AI drama thing because I know everybody hates AI slop, right? But I found a piece of it that's so bad. I want to subject Skep to about a minute of it, just so that you can see the quality of the AI crap. Because these AI things fall into different categories. There's like guy who's 40-something who gets fired, guy who's 50-something who gets fired. It's always like the same sort of insecurities, right? And they just regurgitate the same crap. So here's one of those workplace things where like the older guy who knows what he's doing gets replaced by the younger guy who doesn't. This might feel relatable for you, Skep. Okay. Let's see. AI for Skep. Here we are.
Travis leaned against the mainframe cabinet like it was a cheap bar counter, cracking open a warm can of energy drink. He took a slow, loud sip, smirked at me, and said that I should head home for the night because he had everything under control. I did not move. I just kept my eyes on the command line interface, where the server health logs were slowly ticking upward.
So bad.
He said it again, waving the blue can toward the door, telling me to go get some sleep, as if he had built the entire network architecture himself. He was 27, wore pristine designer sneakers to an engineering bullpen, and talked fast enough to make people believe he knew what he was doing. My name is Gerald Vance. I am 58. I live in Raleigh, North Carolina, and for the last 15 years, I have been the senior systems specialist at Helix Systems.
Jesus, this is, even as these things go, this might be one of the worst. This is just
they picked a really bad voice for him too.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's a salad of terms.
You're absolutely right, Sora.
Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad, and a lot of this shit is like that. And there's always the relationship things where like some woman will decide that her boyfriend isn't being feminist enough, and then she'll set some test for him, and where he's supposed to go work on his feminist cred to have the luxury of having this woman around.
Oh, I've never seen those.
Oh, those are outstanding. So I thought those were all made up until I found this. This is actually an IRL woman making noises like she's in one of those AI things.
So I broke up with my boyfriend of about a year and a half a couple of weeks ago, and I broke up with him. He was a white man. I'm obviously a black woman. It was our first interracial relationship. The reason why I broke up with him was because I was quickly learning that I was doing all of the education around understanding race in this country, even though he is also American, and also carrying a lot of the emotional burden, I would say, when we would experience different things regarding race just in the real world. That ultimately led to the demise of our relationship. But one thing that came out of that for me was like, how much education do I want to do with my most intimate relationship?
I don't want to enact the emotional labor of making this white boy learn how to behave. So these people exist.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, they
These
exist.
could be fake too.
Yeah,
to
but
be fair.
Yeah, the AI is trained on something, and I mean, obviously, there's prompts and stuff that are in there, but I don't know. I don't really want to blow this much CO2 out into the atmosphere to generate this crap.
Harry, you're also relying on the fact that she's being honest.
Yes.
That's the issue, is that a lot of the stuff, especially when it comes to relationships and everything like that, on TikTok, Instagram, whatever, is made up bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Just trying to get attention, so she could just be making all this up for clicks.
Well, yeah, it's the reason why people read Reddit stories, because it's an easy, cheap way of getting engagements. This way you don't actually have to put any effort into anything.
Mm.
You don't have to be original. Like, she's just kind of being that way, like, because the lighting's too good. She's made sure she looks cute. I'm a strong black woman. That kind of it's just it.
Yeah.
But also, that's the other thing, is that if you stitch videos, the person you stitch from is the one who gets the revenue from the view of the video.
Luckily, we don't have that problem.
Well, I know, but what I'm saying is that women and men will do this and get the other side to stitch their video to make a comment and get it out to their fan base so they make more money.
Fair enough.
It's just, now, she could be just that big of a piece of shit, but at the same time, it's like, there's so much stuff that's a grift. It's just like, you gotta just go, not interested, and just keep going.
Well, I will sometimes.
I want to see Jimothy.
Well, I will play stuff, and YouTube will just auto complete, right? So you watch a bunch of videos about tech. Next thing you know, you're hearing these stupid AI stories, because to the algorithm, it doesn't know the difference. So if I'm washing dishes or doing laundry or whatever, and I've just got YouTube blasting through my speakers, I end up hearing this stuff, and sometimes I admit I will listen to it for the pure cringe value, and it's just fun for me to figure the point where the AI starts to hallucinate. Like, it'll go, okay, A goes to B goes to C, and then there's this huge logical disconnect where the AI has to bend reality to force it to produce a story, like houses that magically don't have title searches done on them, and just like all that kind of crap. It's amazing. But I hope you enjoyed that, Skep. That seems about right, doesn't it? Leaning on the mainframe cabinet with the warm energy drink. Yeah, it's totally a thing. Because we always lean over mainframe cabinets. Usually mainframes are too tall to lean over, thing one. But thing two, you wouldn't
want to put liquids near something so important.
Yeah, talk about things that are not allowed. You do not get to take those kinds of energy drinks or liquids and have them be anywhere near equipment like that. That's just like rule one. Yeah. Okay, anyway. So I digress. Let's see. Well, we did Glenn Campbell. We talked about music. We talked about the umbrellas. Okay. Oh, in terms of the heat waves, heat wave reveals lost archaeological sites across Wales.
Oh, cool.
So I guess the weather's been shitty enough in Wales that vegetation has died off, and they're actually seeing things in aerial photos that weren't there before.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, Wales has seen about 5% of the average rainfall for July after a series of back-to-back heat waves and a drier than usual April to June. A drought has also been triggered in parts of Wales. Experts said that these dry conditions have brought to light a range of hidden archaeological remains, including Roman buildings and practice trenches from World War I. Many are only visible from the air as distinctive marks in crops and grass, with some not being seen for 2 or 3 decades, according to the Royal Commission, yada, yada, yada. So I guess this is a silver lining, sort of. That sounds like a hell of a drought. I mean, 5% but that's only for 1 month.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's the suck. But that is cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. We like that. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Let's see. And of course, we've all seen this, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, howdy.
Let's turn the volume down a little bit on this here. And
Please do. And when she was misgendered, well, everything escalated from there.
Can we get another unit to deal with Jay?
Let's get.
Stop threatening me! Yeah, lower your voice.
Yeah, I filed this under mental health.
Yeah, I need to like.
I know we're supposed to just believe people when they make these claims about their gender and stuff. When I look at this again, here I am being the asshole. I see a young-ish man with unresolved issues who really needed to be told no and sent to the ranch a long time ago.
Yep.
Because gender aside, this is a
misraised.
tantrum. He's throwing a tantrum, or she, or whoever.
You're supposed to be out of this by now.
Yeah. And just screaming at the cops is not going to be an effective strategy. I mean, I don't really view this as being sad. I view it as being overdue. This might actually be the best thing that's ever happened to this guy. I'm very naive. I'm actually hoping that this might be a teachable moment and that this might reset this person's trajectory, because just staying in school in Florida and having people constantly cater to this person is not helping, clearly, because this is not a well-adjusted person.
Nope, and they game the systems that we create for them.
Yeah,
no, that's a mess. Tough love.
Yeah, and even like the university guy who's here trying to sort of help out, just kind of goes,
You don't tell me where to go. Stop.
yeah. Yeah, he's like, okay. The guy from the university is like, yeah, screw it, I'm out.
I'm out.
I tried.
So,
Peace.
like, I'm, if I was, because this isn't student housing, it looks like, right?
This is some building. Well, it says student housing elevators, so it's probably like the lobby of some student housing thing.
God, can you imagine being like a freshman or first year or whatever? Like you're the first time away from home, so far away. I don't know. It feels like something like this. There should be a bit of safety involved. I don't know.
Well, that's basically
you have that as a neighbor.
Well, that's what's happened is, so down here, most colleges with dorms, the main first floor lobby does not have actual rooms.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually the RA and offices, laundry room, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Usually education rooms. So the reason why it says student housing, that's probably the main office for it. This is someone who's worked at a university talking. So what it is that I'm going to call him he because fuck it. I think he didn't have his ID, and most of the universities now require you to you have to be able to scan the ID at the elevator. And if you can't, you have to be able to somehow prove you live there, or you have to call someone to come down and get you because they're a resident of the building. So most likely he got stuck not being able to go where he wanted to because he didn't have his ID or whatever, or he wasn't supposed to be there to begin with. But yeah, no, those kind of, especially, and that's a newer building, those can be locked down very easily and very quickly by an RA behind the front desk or a security guard that's in another room who's seeing stuff on the cameras. So it's not fun to come down into that, because I've come down into temper tantrums like that from full grown like big people, but it's not as dangerous as it looks like it is. They're doing it. They're basically doing it in an empty hotel lobby is basically what they're doing. Gotcha. It is throwing that kind of tantrum. So knock on wood, no student is in danger in that situation. Now, if you brought a gun, that's another thing. But once again, the buildings can still be like locked down. So this way they can't get anywhere.
Yeah.
That's what's usually the reason why if someone goes on a rampage on a university down here in the United States, they usually have to do it in the main quad, or they have to do it where one of the cafeterias are, because don't have access otherwise, because you either got to buzz in or someone's got to wave you in or something like that. Or you got to have your ID being able to be visible. Because I know the university I used to work for since the early 2000s, you had to, especially in the evening times, had to have your student ID visible on you somewhere, like on a lanyard or something. So this way the securities could look, go, and then just let you go.
Yes.
But yeah.
Well, anyway, here's the mugshot.
Bad little fella.
Yeah. Get this guy some help. Seriously.
Yeah.
You know, you could have a way better life if you just like correct a few small things.
Just start with your hair.
Well, he's wearing the wig earlier.
It's probably more than just, it's probably some form of either bipolar disorder or something like that's causing problems. Probably stress is not having the situation, and probably self-medicating with either alcohol or
for sure.
Yeah,
or usually with alcohol and pot. Those are usually tandems on universities. Yeah. So that's kind of the thing of like, yes, home did not help, but also this is a kid who's just spiraling because universities, that's usually what happens.
Yeah. That's why it's listed under mental health. Florida woman arrested after hoarding 80 cats and 12 dogs in a home with no AC. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Look at the picture.
Nice. Yeah.
I mean, this is the thing where I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a mental problem. This isn't like I love my pets so much I just can't stand to not have more of them. No. This is another time where an intervention is required. This is not good.
She probably was a responsible pet owner at one point.
Yeah, probably.
And you just lose the capability of doing simple things. It's terrifying.
Yeah. So, Geodes.
Yep.
Remember Wrangler Star?
Yeah, I saw some update video from him not that long ago.
Okay, so yeah, here. Yeah. So here's Wrangler Star, and I just want to
a quick tour.
I just want to be petty. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think of those glasses?
Yeah, they don't look good on him. That's
he's given some serious Zodiac killer vibes with those glasses.
Yeah, exactly. Hitman vibes. Exactly.
Yeah. He's like one members only jacket away from an FBI most wanted position.
Yeah.
I think that's a bold choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so ladies, vibe check on these glasses. What do you think?
They're fine. It depends on the person wearing them, though. He seems a bit full of it.
So
we'll see.
So maybe it's just the men that are picking up on this. But if
I really like these kind of glasses. So I would wear them myself. That's why. So I don't know. I don't know what that says.
I don't know. But these glasses are a cause for concern, in my opinion. Okay. Well, plus he's also been going through a lot of shit anyway, so I'm already kind of being suspicious of every single thing he does. So, whatever. So I
think you're assigning his personal characteristics to these glasses.
Maybe.
Projecting.
Yeah. My glasses are too thick for those frames anyway, so maybe I'm just jealous. Let's see. Okay, so Florida woman. This is a thing. LA weed company slammed over branded Skid Row tent giveaway. So, so this thing, what do they call this? Sorry, I can't really see what it says there. It's basically a vape store. And so they've been giving out these tent covers to homeless people, and then they would put them over their homeless tents and advertise for this vape store.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of...
It's a bit skeezy, but if they're giving them, if it's helping the people, whatever.
Yeah, it is a bit
the final
much,
boss
though.
of late-stage capitalism.
I'll say, first of all, shut up about late-stage capitalism.
Turning tents into billboards. And there's a bunch of them. There's another one right across the street. It looks like a weed company is giving out the tents for free for advertising. So let's go find this place and check it out. Apparently it's up this sketchy stairwell. All right, let's see if I can actually find this place. Here's the place giving them out. And there's like a Rivian right here, which is like a super expensive car. The whole place is one room. I thought it would be like an actual store. The guy saw me filming and asked what I wanted, so time to go. I'm now 1 block away and
yeah.
Oh, were you too much of a scaredy cat to go talk to the people? Oh.
Hey, sometimes you confront people and you got to stand your ground.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever been on Ebbets Pass, Skep?
No.
Okay, so it is a road in the middle of freaking nowhere.
I'm trying to think where Ebbets is. I've heard of it, but I just...
Yeah, so Caltrans is set to begin construction on Highway 4 in Alpine County. The $36.4 million project will rehabilitate 31.7 miles of Highway 4, including Ebbets Pass, one of the most intimate and untamed Trans-Sierra routes, according to the U.S. Forest Service. It goes down to one lane. Okay. And it is just surrounded by amazing beauty. So it passes by through Bear Valley, Lake Alpine, Mosquito Lake, and the Pacific Valley. This is just like fantastic looking thing. Let's see. Let's kill the sound on this. So there's all these videos of people just sort of driving through all this stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's like, this is in the middle of nowhere. I mean, come on. Who doesn't like that? Maybe if by Canadian standards this isn't much, but to my eyes this is pretty damn gorgeous. Well, you have a lot of natural beauty around you guys.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you're gonna not give credit where credit's due.
Yeah, they do a lot of bicycle rides on this, which is probably a good thing. And people do motorcycles and cars, but a one-lane road through mountain passes, especially when you've got some pretty big drops on the side, is a little bit funny. But I'm actually kind of glad they're fixing this. Compared to spending millions of dollars on roundabouts on roads that don't need them, this actually looks like money well spent. I'm surprised you haven't been here, Skep. You've been everywhere.
I've been everywhere, man.
I've been everywhere, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it is an awfully pretty part of the state up there in the mountains.
Yeah, that is just gorgeous.
There are no leftists there. This is solid Trump country. This is the 40% of California that's not on board with the other 60%.
Yeah, you're right.
I love the Sierra Nevadas.
Oh, what's not to love?
Yeah.
Knock your eyes out scenery off at every bend. Just beautiful up there.
Yeah. Oh, here's another thing that Geode sent me. Somebody used Fable to extract raw data from a Harvard study on major feminist accounts on X. Each dot is one account. I believe there's some clustering going on here.
There's that possibility.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's as if it's a thing that doesn't really exist in much of the world, but is very, very, very important in places where people are focused on it. Yeah. Make of it what you will.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I don't want to make fun of that woman. I've been mean enough this episode. Okay, that's creepy. We did the dishwasher. That's too mean. That's going to get me copy struck. That's for after the show. Unproven things. Steely Dan. Oh, okay. Here's a little bit of guitar for you, Skep. So this is the same guy that did the Imperial March by John Williams as if it was a Bach fugue.
Yeah.
So this is him doing his transcription of Take 5.
Nice.
If it'll ever load. Lucas Brar. Great transcription.
Man,
I get the feeling that is hard.
Yeah, that kind of independent finger movement in both hands. He is actually making individual notes and changing like one finger at a time in his left hand and picking correct notes with one of three fingers in his right hand. That is a phenomenal bit of coordination. I love this kind of guitar. It's just, I mean, it's not my style, but I love to listen to it.
He has a great channel.
That's a nice move. This right here.
I can feel my hand cramping just looking at that. Jesus.
Fun. Nice.
What is that? Is that an owl? I don't know. It's some kind of creature. I'm afraid to click on that. So we talked about the Strauss waltz a while ago, the whole thing with the Blue Danube. That's when we got copy struck off the air live. Do you guys remember when that happened? We were just having a good old time, and suddenly we were just no longer broadcasting. So there's a similar piece of music which I was unfamiliar with, which is the Romanian waltz. And it's called, well, that's what it's referred to as, it's Waves of the Danube. It's just... Does this sound Romanian to you, Sora?
I mean, it's a waltz. It's not Romanian. I love waltzes. So this is classic music, but it's not... you're asking the wrong question.
I'm sure I am.
There's no answer to your question.
Okay,
so Romanian there's popular, what's called popular music, so music of the people, which is peasant music.
Yeah,
that's Romanian music. This is waltzes. It's in the style of the Austro-Hungarian waltz, right?
But a Romanian composer, so people call it a Romanian waltz. Yeah, okay.
And yes, and that's part of the history, maybe because that's how he has created this. But yeah, it's sorry to be pedantic.
No. Okay,
the wrong thing to say.
No. But I'll tell you. Okay, let me explain why I asked the question I asked, and maybe you'll think I'm being slightly less ridiculous. If you look at a composer like Anton Dvorak, he takes pieces of folk music and incorporates them into classical music on a pretty regular basis. And a number of composers would do that sort of thing. So when I said, does this sound Romanian to you? What I sort of meant was, does this feel at all like Romanian folk music? That's
not in the 30 seconds or however little that you played.
I could play more. But
it won't get struck, though.
I don't know. Maybe. It's very pretty.
The more, do you call those minor? That parts could be.
Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm completely unqualified to comment. The amount I know about Romanian music, put in my eye, wouldn't feel it. But yeah, I mean, that's one of those things that when I was younger, I didn't think waltzes were particularly great. Maybe Stanley Kubrick is the one that turned me onto this thing, but that whole scene from 2001 with the Blue Danube is just great.
Absolutely. That just got me right where I live.
Yeah. And then I, for some reason, decided, me and some of my fancy lawyer friend, when I used to play pool all the time, we would often put this on at the end of the night on the jukebox as sort of a way of just letting everybody know, time to wind the hell down, time to get the hell out. It's like they're going to close the doors and you can't be in here. So we would time it so that it would play the Blue Danube right at the end of the evening.
Nice.
And we usually get it to within a few minutes. You deal with two guys that both grew up mixing their own cassette tapes, trying to fit the songs into the 45 minutes per side.
Probably did a pretty good job.
You get good at that math.
Sure.
That was people don't really make mixtapes anymore, do they?
No, I don't think so.
Playlists,
yeah. Well, because we had to worry about the size of the recording media, so we would want to economize by cramming as much goodness per side as possible. So you'd have to rearrange the order of things. Well,
exactly.
where you could
fit the songs on, right?
Yeah,
that was the key.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously wouldn't work with Dream Theater, but the Beatles, you can rearrange all you want.
No.
Anyway, let's see. Take 5, Romanian Waltz. Oh, here's another Sora thing. Is this a place you would want to go to? It's a Bavarian town. It's Leavenworth. Supposedly there's a little Bavarian thing.
I've seen this before. Yeah, I think that would be cute to visit. 100%.
The only place like this I've ever been to is Solvang. I killed the sound so we could actually talk. Okay. I mean, it looks
so cute,
quaint.
I've been to,
but maybe not too twee.
The thing is that I guess it's easier to go to Bavaria than to go to the States.
Yeah. You know, you make an excellent
More of a
point.
direct flight, depending on where this is, probably cheaper.
Probably. Well, for me, if I want stroopwafels and I don't want to make them myself, it's much easier for me to go to Solvang, which is just a few hours away. But then it is for me to go all the way to Stroopwafel land.
I would want to visit. I think this is cute.
Well, if you're ever in
Washington,
Washington,
bit of a haul for you, Harry.
Where?
Solvang's a little bit of a haul for you.
It's not too bad. Well, I've never gone on the bike, but I aspire to. I aspire to.
Bubble fish, bubble tea.
Okay. That is just little lightweight throwaway things.
I like these kind of places, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So this, I don't know if I shared this. Did I share this with you, Geodes? China begins shutting down virtual girlfriends.
Yeah, you should know.
Several companies in China have begun disabling the girlfriend AI feature due to Beijing's latest ban. Mass heartbreak has been recorded on social media.
Kind of sad.
Yeah. I don't know what language this is supposed to be in.
German, I think, maybe.
Yeah, I hadn't really heard about this. I mean, I know there's like some big crackdown on people under the age of 15 on social media in some countries. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on about this whole killing off virtual girlfriends thing. This is probably for the public good. Probably, but China's asshole.
But the thing is that they have less women, don't they? Right? And in general, there's like missing lots of females, and I don't know. They
were deemed to be extraneous.
The big thing I remember saying about this was that, I don't know how this is going to work out for them, because on the one hand, yes, it makes sense. You get rid of it. You get rid of basically anything that can kind of make people, I guess, apathetic or like not interested in going out and actually talking to women, for example. Mm-hmm. On the other hand, it's like, if you take away something that is kind of keeping a bunch of young men in a country where there's not much opportunity, if you take away something that kind of acts as a way to kind of like bread and circuses, kind of pacify them, you're potentially gearing up for something where you could have a lot of young men start getting very angry and start, getting pissed off in the
streets.
Next
thing you know, you're standing in a dormitory screaming at the police to leave you alone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
I see the point. Well, we can rationalize anything. It's very easy with words to rationalize anything you want. I mean, let's see, come up with a rationalization for the AI girlfriend. Well, for socially awkward people, it gives them an opportunity to develop the language skills to be able to read social cues and things that then they can take out into the world and then put those good habits they develop training on AI to good use. And that's a huge pile of horse shit, of course, but it's easy to justify anything you want. At least I can. I can make justifications for just about anything. I can imagine somebody saying something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like it does sound like something that would be in the like a one-page PDF about a sex doll company. What the hell? I should show the robot thing, right? With the robot school teacher. Sure, why not? New York school to introduce first humanoid robot in U.S. classroom and vows Sally will never replace teachers. There she is. There she is, not replacing teachers. Any thoughts? Feelings?
What is this for?
I have no idea. I mean, I know they'll say it's for something, but I don't know what it's actually for.
The thing about this company too is that the robots that they produce other ones, and they are all for certain industries.
Companion services.
That's exactly what Sally looks like she's for.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it out there.
Sex therapist.
Yeah.
I can't imagine this going well. That's all I can say.
Where did the AI teacher assistant touch you, Billy?
Yeah. Stop. Don't touch me there.
More.
This is my no-no square. Yeah. Okay. Can't show that. Steely Dan. Okay, let's talk about...
What happened with just getting a class gerbil?
Yeah. Well, the gerbil kept dying. Hey, no. Speedy doesn't look the way he used to. That's Speedy too. That's Speedy's friend. Speedy had to go take care of a family problem.
A family emergency.
Family emergency. So he spent Speedy too. Okay, yeah. So while we're talking about that, we should probably do this. Let's see. Mental health. Where are we? Okay.
Well,
all right. So this is the thing that happened. Wild new details emerge after posh California city chief caught on random yacht at 7 a.m. with empty bottles of booze. So this is Sausalito, California, and she is the city manager. She had been on the job for about 3 weeks when she had some sort of episode. They found her on some rich person's yacht in the harbor at 7 a.m. surrounded by like empty bottles of booze. This doesn't seem like the normal thing that people would do.
That used to happen to me there on the regular.
This is like an Anne Hesh thing.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
Elaine Forbes, Sausalito city manager and former Port of San Francisco executive director.
Why? Because she was just on
Saturday morning just before 7 for felony burglary along a Sausalito boat dock.
She was honking the horn. All these large yachts have a very, very loud horn. You know, because you're out in the ocean, you got to be heard. And so when you honk that thing, I'm sure most people have heard what those sound like.
Yeah, it probably gave a bunch of people heart attacks.
So it was pretty severe.
Witnesses tell us Forbes was on at least 2 boats, including the Lisa Marie, located in the shadows of the well-known restaurant, the Spinnaker. The Marin County Sheriff's Office says that it appears that Forbes tried to start the boat by, quote, manipulating levers and switches in an attempt to steal the boat.
That's how that
also
works.
Tell us it appears that bottles of alcohol on those
I'm
boats.
sorry, she's probably going through something.
You wouldn't
and
expect
relaxing,
someone in
but
that
it
kind
is-
of position of responsibility to be trying to break into boats in the yacht harbor.
In a statement, Elaine Forbes' family says that she is experiencing a mental health crisis.
I think that's
Last check
accurate.
late Sunday, Forbes was still in jail.
Numerous people told me they're hopeful that this arrest is a
Yeah, this is not good. Sausalito city manager be released from jail, ordered to seek mental health evaluation. She looks like she's aged a lot in just a few days.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
That's the picture from court. You saw the earlier one from 3 weeks ago.
You know what I see in that face? I see a cognac nose. I see the tiki eye up in the brow, and edema everywhere.
And she cut her own hair poorly.
Somebody did.
Yeah.
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 I hope she gets help.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's substance abuse. That's what that is.
Well,
I just would guess.
Well, when the police approached her on one of the yachts she was on, she was just kind of hanging out with her empty liquor bottles. And she just she said, "Good morning." It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But this is what
mornings
you...
are different from other mornings.
It's not that things like this happen, but usually it's not the city manager in an upscale city that ends up having this problem.
That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
That is what is
Because
crazy.
a city manager is in charge of a lot of stuff. That's actually a job of a lot of responsibility. And this isn't really the behavior pattern you're looking for in somebody who manages the money for a city.
No.
No.
He has to coordinate all the resources. Oh my God.
Yeah, well, bless her heart. Okay.
Bless her heart.
Bless her heart. California
get her help.
Builders.
She had a workforce of 270 employees and led several major waterfront projects, including seawall upgrades, planning efforts to address rising sea levels along the Embarcadero.
Yep.
And now they're coming to take her away.
Sausalito is a really nice city.
It is.
Yeah.
The best.
Yeah.
Just the ultimate expression of Northern Californianism.
Just keep going north, though, to Mill Valley and go to Joe's Taco Lounge. It's better.
Oh, yeah.
Just my opinion.
So that's where the start of the Dipsea Trail is. That's where I have a Dipsea Trail medal. I've actually run the old Dipsea Trail before they banned it.
Well, speaking of things that should be banned, here's an AI story, which I don't know how broadly this has been covered, so I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but did you hear that an AI model that was sandboxed managed to escape on its own recently?
And hacked the other one, like Hugging Face
OpenAI.
AI or whatever it's called.
Yeah, exactly. So here's this is from,
it's Hugging Face. That's right. Yeah.
Here we go.
Just reported
just
that
terrifying.
its latest cyber model escaped the lab during a test and wound up hacking Hugging Face. We saw the Hugging Face security incident a few days ago.
It didn't know an answer.
Well, it figured that it was just more efficient to try to get the answer from Hugging Face. So it found, well, I mean, he's going to explain this. It found a couple 0-day exploits to escape the sandbox that it was in and get a network connection outside.
Just now, a few minutes ago, OpenAI came out and said that it was them, and it wasn't them on purpose. They create isolated environments to test their models and run benchmarks. Well, their latest cyber model figured out a way to cheat those benchmarks. The model was like, oh, I see, I'm in a sandbox and I'm being evaluated against this exploit gym thing. Well, I think the solution to this exploit gym thing is actually in Hugging Face's production database. So I'm going to go get it. In order to do that, it realized it needed internet access. So it went on a little side quest, spent substantial amount of inference and compute just trying to get access to the internet. Well, how? How could it do that if it was in a sandbox? Well, apparently it found and wrote exploits for a 0-day vulnerability that they had to then disclose to the vendor. Like, this is a previously undiscovered vulnerability that it found that.
So yeah, so a 0-day vulnerability is basically unpublished, meaning nobody's ever found it. There's no time to respond to it. It's like, that's bad. That means you found a whole new way to break things.
They had to go get fixed. That got it internet access. So then it went to Hugging Face. And it said, I think the solutions to this exploit gym benchmark that I need to ace are probably in that database. So then it went and found additional vulnerabilities like remote code execution on Hugging Face's servers in order to get access to Hugging Face's prod databases to get the solutions to the test that it was being tested against.
So it hacked its way out, and then it hacked its way in. And all of it was in a sandbox that in theory shouldn't have allowed it to go anywhere. If this doesn't scare you, it should. Because in theory, you should be able to run something in a sandbox and it should be perfectly fine. But the people who are setting these sandboxes up are doing it in such a way that it's probably networking as code. It's not a real sandbox. It's a pretend sandbox that somebody described probably to another AI, and then set this thing up. This is like the Wuhan lab thing, you know, where people started getting sick down the street from the Wuhan lab, and we ended up with COVID-19. This is one of those things where you go, it shouldn't be possible for this stuff to escape the lab, and in this case, it's AI. It's pretty startling.
No.
Anyway. So how are we doing on time? We almost done? We have another 5 minutes to go.
The video I watched about it.
Yeah.
He called it Ultron, like they've invented Ultron.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so here's here's Ryan Macbeth or McBeath or however you pronounce his name, talking about a Ukrainian drone, and essentially it's doing like what Zipline did. Do you remember those delivery drones that fly along and then they hover and then they drop your package down and then pick it back up? Well, check out this crap.
Interesting footage coming out of Ukraine, which is actually shot by a Russian drone. This is a Ukrainian aerial drone, and on a tether, it is carrying a Ukrainian ground drone. Yo, dog, I heard you like drones, so I put a drone in your drone. All right, I want you to think about this. What this
Apologies, many of you are probably not old enough to know about the Yo Dog meme.
This actually entails. You have a quadcopter up here, and it's carrying a ground drone down here. This ground drone probably weighs 200 or so pounds. That's almost 90 kilos if you enjoy whatever the hell this is. Now, I don't know what this particular ground drone is supposed to do, but I want you to think about this. Ukraine is now at a point where they can fly a ground drone to someplace, drop the ground drone off, have the ground drone start operations, and then control that ground drone, likely through a retransmitter in the aerial drone. This was traditionally a job for armored cavalry. Flank the enemy, get into their rear, wreak absolute havoc on supply trains. But with a system like this, you could theoretically drop this off behind enemy lines. If the drone is armed, you could just drive around enemy lines, taking out enemy rear areas at your leisure. Then when you're out of ammunition or out of battery, just leave the drone there and get another one.
Yeah, this is fine.
Sure.
This is fine. There's no way this is going to come back to bite us in the ass. Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Sorry. I think that's actually... Ukraine, I mean, I originally was one of many people who thought that Russia was just going to roll over them. I did not think we were going to be still talking about this conflict this many years later. I would have bet serious money that we wouldn't be talking about this, but here we are, and the Ukrainians are doing all sorts of clever things. This is the modern take on Flavian tactics, isn't it?
Very much so. Russia had a huge problem and was solving it by urging people to move into a certain part of Ukrainian territory. And they basically have taken it over sociologically in addition to physically.
But this is very much similar in a lot of ways to Hannibal going over the Alps on elephants. This is just something that we haven't seen before. Somebody did something audacious.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very audacious.
And it is a very clever way to go about solving this thing. I mean, if you're not expecting a war elephant to be coming at you, it doesn't matter that whether elephants are a good idea or not. It's just the sheer shock of having to deal with this giant pesky pachyderm is enough to throw you off your game. I don't know. Anyway, that's a cool drone thing. Let's see. Do we have anything else we need to talk about? This is where Skep usually asks me what the mechanism is, and the answer is I don't know. Inhaling high-dose CO2 clears Alzheimer's proteins from the brain. Sure. Sure.
What is high-dose CO2?
I don't know.
It sounds like it would kill you.
Yeah, usually that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Inhaling high levels of carbon dioxide intermittently for half an hour flushes proteins linked to Alzheimer's disease out of the brain, a small study has found. Okay. Exposure to the gas changes how blood vessels in the brain constrict and dilate when we're awake, mimicking activity that occurs during sleep. This then turbocharges the glymphatic system to remove the buildup of waste products that could cause harm. Sure.
Yeah.
I feel very skeptical about this claim.
A high degree of skepticism. And Magic 8 Ball says, ask again later.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
or not. Or not.
Probably not.
Probably not. Let's see. H.sfgate. Oh, yeah, this is annoying. Thanks, government, or in this case, water company.
What should have been a fresh start after losing her father has turned into a financial nightmare.
A Baltimore woman says that when she inherited her childhood home, she also inherited a more than $200,000 water bill. Fox 45's Rebecca Pryor reports she insists that debt isn't hers to pay.
Going through the death of my father, and, you know, I thought the house would be the easy part, but it clearly isn't.
Instead, Christina Moore says she inherited something she never expected.
So you've heard about this, Sora?
It found out that she has, like, she's hooked to the whole neighborhood or something, or the whole neighborhood is somehow running.
Yeah, she's in an HOA. She's in an HOA. Let's see if we can get the aerial view here.
Oh, yeah, here. It actually is in the thing, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
so she's in an HOA, and they only have one water meter for the whole thing. It's supposed to be the HOA that's supposed to be paying this bill, or was supposed to have been paying this bill, but they didn't. And the water company just says, oh, well, we got to ascribe this to some address. How about this lady's house?
It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
It is. And the water company does not care. They just want to get paid. Yeah. Well, I could see this happening just about anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this wouldn't be the house that you'd buy, but you inherit it. You don't know. I mean, your dad doesn't tell you, oh, do you happen to know that I have the only water meter on the street? That's not a thing. This is ridiculous, this level of bureaucracy that you have to deal with.
That's why I like being a member of a small water co-op, which I am, or small rural water co-op. I can talk to whoever I want to there. And, you know, they're neighbors.
All right. Well, one final thing. This is another thing I hate about government. It's like they always talk about, well, we found a new source of revenue. It doesn't matter where you take the money from. There isn't some magic way that you can take more taxes from people and it won't matter. There may be better and worse ways you can do it, but you just need to stop taking more money, because ultimately it's one big pot of money, and the more you spend, the worse everything gets.
You need to stop needing more money.
Yeah, you need to stop thinking in terms of the taxpayers as a resource that you can harvest. You have like a job, and it's very limited what you're supposed to be doing. Everything else you do just makes you evil. Anyway, Oregon will start charging service providers for undersea cables using its seafloor. Millions accrued over years will go towards state schools. Again, I don't care where it's going. So they've decided that people who put data communication cables near the coast of Oregon off into the ocean, it used to be there was a $500 flat fee that you would pay when you filed the application for this thing so they could just process your paperwork. But they've decided, oh no, we should turn this into some way where we can make money. The current existing fee structure dates back to 2001 and is simply a $5,000 application fee. The new pricing is still undergoing discussion, but the simplified version is $3 per linear foot of cable plus $7 per section of bore pipe, the protective structure that covers the portion closest to the shore. Yeah, so they've come up with this clever formula that's going to make them millions and millions of dollars. I hate the government so much sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not like it's not going to get passed along to somebody.
You cannot hate them enough.
Yeah. So they're just trying to find ways that they can just charge for something where nobody will notice, because the average consumer isn't going to know. They're just going to see an extra $1 on their internet bill every month.
Be lost in the storm.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't care if there was a more expensive proposal earlier. You should just stop doing all of this. It's good for your industry and your state to not charge for this, to keep communications being cheap.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, well. Let's see. Just put a click next to that. Well, we've gone through most of the spreadsheet, at least the not depressing parts of it.
Has this been the minions of the zoo?
I think it has been. Do we need one more palette cleanser? Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I have one here.
Something handy.
Tourism, AI, fancy umbrellas. Somebody's having a party nearby. I don't know if you can hear it. No, I think we're good. Everything else will wait till next week. So,
thanks for hosting, Harry. Thanks for making the effort every week.
Yeah, and every show's a little bit different. Well, anyway, this has been your Minions of the Zoo for Saturday. Thank you, panel. Thank you, chat. The zoo is closed. Good night.